bumping, bing, bang, bum, bum, boom. Hey!
That's the official theme song of Convo with Dominico.
That was the beginning of episode 9, and it's just forever now, Convo. Oh.
Welcome, everybody, to episode 10 of Convo with Dominico.
Embodying your truth.
Oh, this is going to be good.
I don't think I've done a Convo with Dominico in like 2 years.
Okay.
But when I do one, I have something to say.
I want my chair in the same place. Right?
And it's about, I don't give a shit where my chair is. It's where my heart is. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's about being in the present moment. I am piggybacking my D thought, which was leave your past behind. It is my past. It's in the past. That's why I left it behind. People don't even think about being in the present moment, right?
No.
So if you're listening to this and it resonates with you, you're ahead of the game.
Right.
You have to learn to meditate. Don't tell me to go fuck myself. I know it's hard.
Yeah.
I'm definitely one of the people that said, I can never meditate. Look at my brain. Look what it's doing.
Right.
There's 2 new moons just in December. I can't.
Right.
I just can't. And this is released on 1/1/1, which is also Romeo's birthday.
Right. Recorded on 1/1/1.
It's not recorded on 1/1/1. Is today 1/1/1?
No.
No. When I say embodying your truth, what exactly does that mean? Listen, I'll tell you what it means to me. Might not be for everybody, but it's available to you if it resonates.
And
For me, well, yeah.
I will do my best to interpret down a little bit.
What does that mean? Like the way I speak since you've known me forever?
Yes.
What I really mean if I'm like too high up in the cosmos, my brain?
Yes, exactly.
Like shit like that?
Yes.
I want to share the top 4 things that have helped me embody my truth. More and more. So like one day I embodied my truth and that was it and it fits like a glove. Like, no, you're being who you are meant to be and not all the projected,
And it's always growing, your truth and your understanding of your truth.
I guess.
And just know, I see with the work that you do, just knowing the information, a lot of people think, oh, hey, I know what to do. That's actually 20% of the equation. The other 80 is you actually doing it as much as you can throughout the day to a better understanding of it because you're actually doing it.
So I guess what you're saying really is it's all about a choice.
It's all about a choice. Yes.
It's all about choosing to be in the present moment. What does that mean? Because if you can't be in the present moment throughout your day,
right,
you, in my opinion, need to get there once a day.
Right.
And then me twice a day. And then me, it's like throughout the day.
And be okay with
to
that.
embody your truth.
Right.
Which is who you really are instead of all the piles of narratives that your friends, family, and life has thrown on top of you.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Number
1, getting still. It's available to you all the time, connecting to your healing breath. That is meditation. We've talked about meditation. Take a minute out of your day, and if you can close your eyes, that's really great. Breathe in for 4 slowly through your nose, out for 4 slowly through your mouth.
Right.
And do that for about a minute, and just count in your head. Inside, you're hearing yourself say, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Mm-hmm. And repeat, right?
Yeah.
Every time your brain goes somewhere else, you don't beat yourself up. It starts to wander. You bring it back and you say, victory, because I got it.
Right.
Not, you stupid.
You fucked up again.
Of course, just know you're going to fail. Just be prepared for it and see it not as failure, but as transmutation.
Recalibrating what's going on.
Feel me?
I like how you just toss off the phrase, learn how to meditate. Like that's you thinking a couple levels up and me being like, hey, down here.
All right. Number 2.
Yes.
There's room for everyone on the nice list.
Yeah.
Anticipation. This is where we get into my last D thought. Leaving your past behind.
Every journey starts somewhere.
But is it behind, or are you constantly dragging it with you because we are mostly in survival mode, right?
Yes, definitely.
And you don't make the best decisions in survival mode.
No.
You're in reaction mode and not responding mode.
Right.
What do I mean by that, listeners? That text you sent that you wish.
Right.
If I had any wish that could come true, I would take back that text. I would not push send because you're in reaction mode.
Right.
You're not responding. Responding is the next day you're like, I wish I said, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. That's it.
Right.
Which goes back to number one, taking a moment to breathe and get still and know that you're going to drag your past with you. Again, another victory when you remember to choose, all right, I'm doing this. And now I'm choosing to not drag the past, anticipate the worst from trauma in the past. Archangel Metatron always speaks to me about the alchemy in duality.
Please explain.
Okay, fear, dragging the past. Oh my God, like gotta pay maintenance, rent, whatever, guys.
Right.
I gotta pay. I'm almost gonna lose my home. Yes, guys, I'm telling you real stuff. So every month paying, yeah, there's some anxiety.
Right.
What is the duality of that? What's available to me? What's the opposite of that feeling? I just bought my dream home in the Ansonia apartment.
Right. Yeah, sure.
The apartment building,
Yeah.
the Ansonia building, which has a lot of past, beautiful past for me. And it would be coming home.
Right.
Wow, that feeling. That's what I'm talking about, guys. How about anticipating that feeling? Very different.
Right.
Again, you're not going to live in this place of a Disney movie where you're constantly in your higher self. It's a choice. It's about choosing. If you're listening to this, you're one of the people on this planet that is taking responsibility for how they show up in the world. Most people are in the matrix, repeating yesterdays, and yesterdays, the day befores, are always going to be your tomorrows.
What?
That positive feeling I got talking about buying my dream apartment.
Versus you feeling distress and despair.
Well, that's how you replace it.
Overpaying. Right.
The scary stuff pops up.
Right.
You don't, you don't beat yourself up. You say victory.
Right.
Right after you beat yourself up. Victory, I caught it.
Right.
Most people in the world are not catching it. This is what I'm talking about, the power of choice. To be conscious, to care about how you show up. It's not just showing up. How are you showing up? I know how to show up in survival mode.
Right.
Been there, done that.
You should explain that a little more because I think that's something that people don't consider.
What?
Taking care and thinking and deciding how you're going to show up. That's a little very like...
It goes back to number one, if learning to get still, which for me is the first step towards learning meditation. There's tons of guided meditations on YouTube, guys.
Right.
If you want a place to start, or just do the breathing thing I said.
An easy way to describe showing up in something is
yeah.
You can show up you can show up and help someone wrap gifts and just be not
in a
adding
rageful.
any,
I'm sharing the truths. In a rageful mood because I am stressed.
You don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it because maybe I had a really bad day and I'm feeling not appreciated, which is not true.
Right. That's how you feel about it.
That's how I feel. So I'm projecting shit onto the gifts.
Right. Which had nothing to do with any of that.
I'm tired because I'm just tired. The energy in the world is so heavy.
Right.
I'm tired a lot. All these portals, all these new moons, full moons, equinox, I can't even.
Yeah.
It affects me. I'm getting better at it.
Right.
The more I expand, that's a lot of meditation, guys.
So it would be a victory if you show up and you wrap the gifts with joy.
Not being fake,
not being
acknowledging
fake,
how I'm feeling,
Right.
using the power of alchemy in duality, Metatron. I'm going to take a break from beating myself up
Yes.
and not enjoying the moment where I'm wrapping gifts for people that I love.
Right.
Not breathing in the Christmas spirit and just
Right.
going with it. I got all the Christmas lights on.
Right.
My house is the right vibe to just chill and be in your inner child,
Yeah. Sure. That's,
which is where I thrive. It's choosing to get still because you recognize a pattern, old habits, limiting beliefs and behaviors that I am letting go personally. I'm always letting go. It does get better, guys, but it still comes up. And when it comes up, You don't beat yourself up. You say, victory, caught it. I'm choosing something else. And even though you're going to have to do this probably in another 30 minutes,
Yep.
you
10 minutes.
caught it again.
Right.
Which slides into number 3, inner dialogue. We've been talking about it this whole time.
A little bit. Yeah.
Right? So, first of all, adding the power of victory to your life. How often are you saying victory to yourself, about yourself? Never. Never. Right. You're saying,
you're going to start from zero.
Why did
That's
I do this? And I'm so stupid. At least myself.
Yes.
That's what's going on with me when I'm on default mode and using old belief systems.
Right.
Positive affirmations are really helpful in this area, getting a hold of your inner dialogue. Good positive affirmations for me: I am worthy, I am deserving. I mean, those 2 lines are in my song Motivation. I am safe. That's a big one. I am safe. I am supported.
No one is saying those 3 phrases to it themselves.
It's an important one. It's a powerful one.
Yeah, those are all 3 very simple, powerful ones.
Yes.
Right.
Again, making a choice.
Say those 3 again.
Do
one more
this
time.
while you're getting still. I am worthy. I am deserving. Here are the big ones. I am safe.
Right.
I am supported.
So for the listener, just know that when you start doing it, it's going to feel like you're learning how to walk. It's going to seem very elementary.
Those are the moments where your inner saboteur, like,
Right.
you can't do this.
You can't last 1 minute without your inner dialogue
Yeah.
because you can't, because you haven't done it.
Yeah. Number 4, my favorite,
Okay.
play.
Right.
This is my inner child talking to you, adding playfulness to your life. I'm doing it right now. I'm channeling. It's going through my filter, which apparently is important, which instantly adds a play element to it because I live in my inner child. I'm sharing my experience and what works for me for the highest and greatest good, take it or leave it.
Yeah.
I'm passing on information to my fellow lightworkers and kind people on the planet who choose to not only not do harm, but choose to bring some light, some kindness, some compassion
Right.
into this world.
I want to hear.
Yes, we
long
are
one.
adults, everybody. Some people recognize that as my fart pen.
Holiday fart pen.
Yes, that wasn't a human fart. It's so stupid.
Nice.
So juvenile. Please don't stop listening. Okay, it's enough. It's enough.
This is about empowerment.
Fart pen. It's a fart pen. It's a poop emoji fart pen.
Holiday fart
Let's
pen.
put a picture up. Are we talking about farts
Right.
after not releasing a convo in over 2 years? Well, this is my listeners appreciate this kind of playfulness as I discuss evolving your soul and embodying your truth.
Nice.
Creativity is my go-to place.
Right.
I'm constantly in a creative flow.
Right.
That's my inner child. Everything goes through that filter.
Right.
It's the way I have always lived. Then when I met my spiritual teacher, angel intuitive divine guru, Christina Oroche, it wasn't hard to learn and accept because it was already the way that I think.
Talking about play, one stat that I keep, seeing around, there's always, kind of like internet stats, but basically the gist is in order for you to learn something, it takes, 100 or so plus times of going over it and working on it. But if you're doing it within the context of play, it only takes 20 or 25 times to get it.
Is that true?
That's true.
Because your brain is
the internet
relaxed.
said so.
Well, then it must be true.
Yes,
So, sorry, I'm off the mic. So your brain is relaxed.
Yes.
This is just See, I'm still hitting the mic because I'm Italian and I talk a lot with my hands.
So learning inside of play
Yeah.
makes your brain absorb
Nice.
it better and gives it, for whatever reason, gives it
Yes,
more
I knew
familiar-
that. See, I knew that the whole time. That's why I'm sure because I know what I'm talking about.
I saw it.
So the top 4 things that I do are all to help me embody my truth. What's your truth? It's everything that we've been talking about.
Didn't even
As
ask.
you're learning to get still, to be
heard it.
able to apply any of this, because
Right.
you're not going to apply anything while the matrix is running, and
Right.
you think you can't jump buildings. but your building's on fire.
Right.
Let me calm down.
How do you show up? You're showing up as stronger,
I think if you're
brighter.
embodying your truth, you're happier. You feel better about yourself.
Right.
If there's something that you're doing that you hate, guys, change it.
And your truth.
People are like, yeah, it's not that easy. Never said. This is not the audio cast, podcast, whatever you want to call this, that says that everything is easy. It's not. I am making you prepared for when you fail.
Right.
You fail with grace and ease and know that you are safe. You are supported. See what I did?
Yeah.
But making the choice, you've already succeeded in doing something that most people don't.
Nice.
Boom.
Boom. That goes into holding the space, which is a real thing, which seems
a popular thing to say right now, and that's all right.
And it feels lofty and very high level. So the practical, down to earth reality of it was, we were at an event.
Yeah.
We were in,
we are.
Yeah, we were in one room with one group of people.
Yeah.
And it felt very normal. There was an ease, there was a joy, and people were just interacting, and it was very easy.
Right.
All I can say is easy and light.
Yeah.
The environment changed. We went to another portion of the event
with different people who I felt differently about and wasn't sure they deserved the effort of my light. At that time, I was tired. It was an effort.
Right.
And I had to choose.
Had to make an executive decision.
Not be mean, not show up like an a-hole or sad, Sally Sad Pants.
Just not bring the extra.
Yeah.
The extra.
The sparkle,
and,
baby.
Within 5 to 10 minutes, I just noticed a very palpable physical change where the ease was gone. The sort of overall sort of camaraderie was gone. Everybody was nice.
Yeah, and the darker energy people that were there, their energy was more
visible.
Yeah, and there was no counter.
That's good. Yeah, there was no counter to it.
Which is part of my divine purpose here.
And
I've learned.
And I was just thinking in that moment, it's like, wow, this is how a lot of people just exist on a day-to-day.
The negative part.
Yeah. And not
feeling somebody holding the space until you learn to hold your own space.
There you go. And
you can start by getting still.
Right. Bring it all
It
back
goes
around.
all around.
But it is real. It's a thing. It's subtle, but if you're tuned in, you really feel the joy and the light, and just I keep saying like the ease between people gets alleviated.
I'm laughing.
Lifted.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing because I'm remembering you saying, holy shit. I am so used to your energy that when you not only didn't push your energy out, but didn't counter.
Right.
And hold the space. This is dark, and this is what it's like without D.
Right.
And I looked at you and I said, that's the nicest thing anybody has ever said, because I felt seen.
Right.
I felt heard.
Right.
I felt appreciated.
Yeah.
Because how do you put this skill on a resume?
You don't.
And yet it's such a huge part of who I am and who I've always been. Okay, this just in. Hang on.
Okay.
Call upon archangels Shamuel and Raphael when you choose to breathe and get into your heart space and get still. It always is about getting still and breathing. And then you can start to rewire your brain.
Okay.
These are behaviors that are I say matrix, it is far past that. It doesn't matter how well-intentioned, how smart you are. You study this, you've done all this therapy, because it's happening on so many levels in your brain. You have to rewire it. You must start with getting still and then learning to meditate to whatever level resonates with you. I think it's really important to have the spiritual side. For me, it works to have the spiritual side and then the nerd side. Back it up with quantum physics. I mean, really?
Yeah, what the fuck?
That helped me be like, yeah, I'm just going to go for this and stop sabotaging myself and questioning it.
See what happens.
Because both make sense to me.
Right.
So I highly recommend Rewired by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Dispenza.
I know you've watched that many, many times, so you're still digesting
It's like 13 episodes. I've watched the whole thing probably 6 or 7 times.
Okay.
And we'll go back to it. That will help you to learn to get still, to meditate, understand things from a science point of view. It is not above your head. You'll hear the stuff above your head, but he breaks it down so you will learn, what does breathing into my heart space mean?
Right.
This walks you through it.
The fuck does that mean? Yeah,
well,
right.
Go watch it then.
Got it. Okay.
One thing at a time, brah.
That makes sense. Okay.
Oh my God. Was that your hip that just cracked?
I wish. It's like a rock. It's not going anywhere, man. So, Dee, I just want to thank you for sharing, embodying your truth, the message overall for the listener, and
thank you.
Just giving the basic 4 steps of your process. And
it works for me as a starting place.
Right. It's an easy starting place, and just overall,
I don't know about easy, but maybe a
clear.
Okay.
Clear.
I'll take it.
And just sharing your evolution.
Evolution, revolution, free your mind.
Yes. For all OGs out there remembering, Chasing Dominico podcast started early 2011 to 2014, 2015, maybe?
Right. That was a special time in D-Land.
You can still listen to those, listeners.
You want to find them, you know where
they
to find them.
They are a whole different level of common interests, and me talking about what I'm talking about in Convo, in D Thoughts. D Thoughts is the section of Chasing Dominico podcast, Evolution, Revolution. This is where I was channeling before. I realized I was channeling, but I knew I was talking what I stand for. And my message, how I show up in the world and how I show up on my social media platforms as a person, as an artist, is exactly the same.
Yes.
Challenge me, listeners. Go back. Look on my platforms from 9 years ago. I'm talking peace, love, and empathy. I'm talking about the power of kindness, so suck it.
Dee has been consistent and strong and loving the whole time.
Well, consistent, I don't know. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, which means I'm flawed. So my message for the last decade as an artist, as a light worker, has been the same. And I want to give a shout out to all my fellow Ghost Adventure fans that was a huge part of Chasing Dominico podcast and bonding on common interests. That's a whole podcast. If you listen to it, unless you're an OG or an insider or have a common interest, you won't know what the F is going on. But consider it a staycation from your problems. If I had to sum up Chasing Dominico podcast in one word, it would be play. Yes, very good. Play. Listeners, in 2025, your anxiety pill is now the power of your breath.
Nice.
It is never out of stock at the pharmacy, and it's free.
Listeners, this is Motivation by DominicoArtist. Dee across from me.
Yes.
She wrote it, produced it, sang it.
Yeah.
Played the parts and then did all the arranging as well.
I played a lot of the parts, and I can't read or write music, so I do all that just by ear. Yes, that's right. I guess if you know me personally, it makes sense. So the stuff that I cannot play, that is above my head in the musicianship category skills.
Yes, which is not
much.
much.
A musician plays it, but they're playing what I wrote.
Under the guidance of
Got
Dee.
it?
Yes.
I don't even know what key this is in. What? People think I'm joking.
It's the key of love.
Okay, let me tell you what Dominico artist friends can be expecting from me in 2025 and 2026.
What can they expect?
New music.
Lots of new music.
At least 3 songs this year alone.
Minimum.
I am doing the podcast, obviously, audiocast, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. They're channeled messages.
And there's a new little...
Which is Convo, and then it's D Thoughts and...
Extended Thoughts.
And then the video series Afterthoughts.
A lot of thinking.
Yeah. I'm also doing maybe about 4, maybe 5 limited edition. It's not limited, but it is limited. Guided meditation, about 5 to 10 minutes each. There will be siren calls in it.
Nice.
And it's healing. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Right.
Everything online is Dominico Artist. One word. I'm on Instagram. I've been on Facebook for over a decade and verified before you could buy it. But it's okay. You want to buy it? I mean, F it. Do it. If it makes you feel good. It does make you feel good, right? But let me tell you something about Facebook. They're blocking a lot of my posts because I'm talking about peace and love and focusing on the positive
Friendship.
and not being argumentative. I mean, because that's not anything that I stand for, so that's not how I communicate.
Right.
But Facebook has just taken down so much of my stuff, so I don't know. I'm still there, but I might be just focusing on Instagram and then building my YouTube channel. I've had it forever, but it's about to get to the next level of all the content I was just mentioning. Everything's about to get to the next level, so go to DominicoArtist.com where all your wildest dreams can come true.
You can stream Dominico Artist music on Apple Music, Amazon Music, of course, Spotify. She's also on all the small niche ones like Tidal, Deezer, and Bandcamp. All her music is on all of the social platforms too. Just search Dominico Artist when you're putting music on your reels, your stories, your posts.
Show me some love. Share my content. Leave a kind comment and a like, because I like you a lot. I like you a lot, a lot, a lot. And on that note, thanks for stopping by.
That's our cue that Dee is done sharing for today.
Finito!
Finito, she's out.
My Italian's coming out. This has been episode 10
Of Convo with Dominico.
You stay classy, planet Earth.
And thank you for stopping by.
But mostly,
I got robbed by a sweet old lady on a motorized cart.
Sounds about right.
don't just have a great night.
Listeners,
Have an American night. Happy New Year.
Welcome to 2025, bitches.